Good morning. Today I got a new helper. This is actually my wife's. I bought it for her. She loves owls. Um, I can't remember what the name of it is, what we called it, but I guess maybe I'll just call it for now Blue. I like it. It's very pretty, and it'll even make a noise. I believe it was a baby's, maybe a baby's toy, but it's hard to find an owl I really like. Um, But anyways, that's my helper. They usually just help me, snuggle. Um, anyways, today I've got a game. This is like a multi game thing. On the back, it has some games you can play with marbles, a couple different games. The front's chess or checkerboard. I love playing chess. I do also like playing checkers. And then this opens up, and it's got all your stuff. Your little checkered pieces, and you got your chess pieces. And you even had, you got your marbles. And you even had these are pick 'em up sticks. I don't know if you guys ever remember it. Some of you might remember them, but a lot of people don't. You throw them down, you pick them up. It's. I'll talk about one of them a little bit later. That's my game. I thought I'd talk maybe today about names and how we generally shorten our conversation sometimes by abbreviating names. Like my museum name that I got from my museum. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Is Game Guardians Game Educational Museum. I do have a website for that, but it's not really running too. The person that was kind of doing it for me is still kind of doing it for me. It's called Game Guardians. And so I got to talk to him, Matt. If I haven't talked to him for a while, I got to make sure that he's kind of still doing it or what's the deal with it. I don't know if I have to get somebody else or try and, I don't really know how to do it too well. So I tried once and then decided that somebody else needs to do it for me. So I don't know. Anyways, but name calling is basically what I really want to talk about. We do it in fun. You might, sometimes you do it in anger. Sometimes you just do it because out of spite, whatever the case be. It's not the best thing to do, especially if the person that you say something to doesn't know that you're kidding around. Especially if you call them certain names that I won't mention. You guys know some vulgar names. You know what I'm saying? People get upset and mad and call them I by the way, I don't hardly, if you catch me swearing, it might be, I don't even say that word very much, asshole. I don't even say that word very much. But the other ones I don't say. I haven't swore for a long time. But anyways, maybe I get into another story there. I'm getting off track. I've been called many names in my life. At one time, I was called Blur in school by my gym teacher. I thought that was a cool name. See, sometimes names aren't too bad, as long as you let them know that you're just it's in fun, or it's not, because people take things personally sometimes, and they get upset, and They might not even tell you. They'll just hold it in and just let it fester, and then one time you'll just blow up. They'll blow up at you or something, you know. Um, I've let names bother me for a while, and then finally I've gotten over it. You know, I just like anybody else. That's why I say I'm speaking from experience. It's not nice, you know. I've been called fat. Um, I might talk about a little bit about that in another video too. There's so many things I can talk about. But so my gym teacher called me Blur, and you might be wondering why. Played kickball. I don't know if they don't. I don't know if they do that really too much in school anymore. But that was an activity that we had, and during the time doing that, a lot of times I was kind of heavy and a little, not too bad in school, but a little bit earlier in school, anyways. Um, Later on, a little bit later on in school, I gained a little bit more weight. It's about I'll save that for another story. Um, well, it's called Blur because a lot of times the kids didn't think I was that good or whatever the reason. You know, you're always the last one to be picked. Sometimes I've been in that situation, um, and so when the ball's kicked, you know, let's say I make it to first base, you know, and the next person kicks. Well, they kick the ball. Who do they throw the ball? They try and get that person out, and not me. They worry about the other people, and they don't. It's like they don't even see me, and I just go around the base and I score. So that's why he called me Blair, and I thought that was a pretty cool name. I gotta check the time here. Okay, I gotta make it kind of quick. I try not to have them too long for you. Um, so I've been called Bigfoot. Um, I got somewhat of a Bigfoot, but the main reason is because of my last name, Big Ford. You know, so they call me Bigfoot, Sasquatch, kind of that, not too much. I don't mind those two. Um, you know, I've been called, let's see what else, at work. Right now they call me Six Shooter. I, I'm not the guy that came up with that name. You know, he. I have 4 kids, and I'm not shooting any blanks, if you know what I mean. So for some reason, he decided to call me Six Shooter. There you go. It's the politest way to say that without getting too grab, you know, stuff like that. So you should understand that. But anyways, um, yeah. So my point is, it's be careful when you call somebody names. Make sure you know talk to them. Make sure if they don't mind, you know, ask them if they don't mind, you know, call. Do you mind me calling you that? Try and be polite about it and nice about it, because not everybody likes to be called names. One name that I was called sometimes was, well, maybe not indirectly, but say, "What are you, stupid?" That's indirectly calling you that. You know what I mean? It's not that word is not really nice, and I try my best not to call anybody that. Everybody has some sort of intelligence with them. The word stupid means you don't know anything. Okay? Everybody knows something. They might not know everything you know, but they know something, and everybody's important in life, and that's the way you should try and uh, be with people. You know, do unto others what you want to do unto you. You know, you like to be called stupid? No, I don't know anybody that really likes to be called stupid. So that's one that I really have a problem with. Um, all right, and well, that's it for today. For this time, I'll I usually try and do about 2 videos, so I'm going to do another one right after I get done with this one, and I'll talk to you later. I got to do these videos real quick so my wife and me can go to the mall. All right. Before I have to go to work at 2 o'clock. And right now it's about 8:30. So I got to rush because the mall's about, I don't know, about a half an hour away. And you know how women like to shop. So, all right. Talk to you later. Bye.